All right, so now we're going to fill out the volitional questionnaire for Susan, who was a friend who came to Catherine's home. So for shows curiosity, we think we're going to give her an S for spontaneous because she asked a lot of questions about the game during the game.
And for the next one, for initiating activity, I think we're also going to give her an S for spontaneous because she asked for instructions and clarification when she wasn't sure how to play, and she played each turn without being told.
And then for tries new things, we're going to give her another spontaneous because she had never played this game before, so that was a new thing for her.
And then for showing pride, we're going to give her an H for hesitant because she did make negative comments about not understanding and also about not being very good at the game.
And then for seeking challenges, we're going to give her another hesitant because she did not really seek any challenges to make the game harder, but the challenge itself was playing the game.
And then for seeks additional responsibility, we're going to give her an I for involved because she did volunteer to help clean up the card game when they were done.
And then for tries to correct mistakes, we're going to give her another I for involved. She needed some prompting to recognize the mistakes, but when that happened, she was able to correct them.
And then for tries to problem solve, we're going to give her an S for spontaneous because she asked a lot of questions about what cards she could and couldn't play.
And then for attempts to support others, we're going to give her a P for passive. She didn't make any positive or negative comments to support her playing partner. She was the one who needed most of the support.
And then for showing preferences, we're going to give her an I for involved because she stated that she played the game a different way in the past, and she seemed to prefer that way that she had played. But she did smile, and she seemed to enjoy the activity, and she didn't give up when she knew that she wasn't going to win.
And for engages with others, we're going to give her spontaneous because she did engage with Sarah during the activity appropriately, and she made her needs known when she was asking for help and wasn't exactly sure what cards to play.
And then for pursues activity to completion, we're going to give an S for spontaneous because she followed through with the completion of the game even though the activity was new to her and challenging.
And for stays engaged, we're going to give her another S for spontaneous because she remained engaged during the entire activity and participated throughout the card game.
And for is lively and energetic, we're going to give her an S for spontaneous because she did smile as she moved around. She was laughing throughout the entire game.
For indicates goals, we're going to give her an H for hesitant because she did indicate that she played the game differently. Yeah.
And then for shows and activities special, we give her an S for spontaneous because she demonstrated pleasure by smiling and laughing, and she did try to play the game correctly.
So after we total all of these up, she's going to get a score of 52. And then we're going to go on to the next sheet, the environmental context and the observational summary. So the type of occupation, this was leisure. Was it a new activity for the individual? Yes. She played the game before, but a different way. So remember, yes.
Was activity chosen by the individual? No, it was chosen by her partner.
And was the activity performed in a familiar environment to the individual? Yes, she has been to this home before.
So we're describing the space and the physical surroundings. So she was in a well-lit room sitting at a little hot pink table with 2 chairs, and they were both sitting across from each other.
And then for objects, type of objects, there was table and chairs and the cards, which were organized and out in front of them, so they were easy to find.
And then for social environment, it was a cooperative group. They were playing together.
We also thought this could have been a competitive group since it was a game, but since she was learning and helping how to play the game, cooperative.
And Susan was aware of the social expectations of the group. She knew, she's learned as she's growing up how to play games with others, how to pray appropriately, how to interact appropriately, and what's expected of her while she's in a social environment.
And then for the occupational forms, we thought it was playing the game appropriately with her friend. And then the actions listed for the occupational forms would be taking turns, waiting her turn, picking up and putting down cards in the designated area, interacting socially, and appropriate body movement. She wasn't throwing cards everywhere. She was putting them where they needed to be.
So then we're going to look at the observational summary. In general, her motivation was good. She scored 52 out of 64, which is near the top of the score. And she was engaged the entire time during the activity. She was always smiling and laughing, and she wasn't behaving inappropriately, and she was friendly even though she was challenged and had a hard time at first with the game.
And for personal causation, we thought she had a moderate personal causation. She stated a couple of times that she felt like she was not very good at the game. She wanted help from, her playing partner, or she mentioned having a team member, and but she did continue to play the game.
And then for values, she values interaction, winning, or at least trying and attempting something new, because she did state that she was kind of bummed that she knew she wasn't going to win, but she values persistence because she didn't give up when she was frustrated.
Interest. And then interest, we think she was interested in participating in social relationships, and this was demonstrated by the smiling and laughing and just the good engagement during the game.
And that completes our volitional questionnaire. Lindsay and Catherine, who watched Susan, a friend. The end.